Okay, guys, so the last selector we're going to learn about is the ID selector. So that's what this lesson is going to focus on. Just to recap, so far we've learned about the tag selector. So tag selectors are just for selecting any HTML tag such as H1, H2, P, and then using that as the selector name. The second selector we learned about was the class selector. You want to use classes generally when you have multiple tags that you want to give the same style to. You put them all in one class and then you write a rule for that class. Okay, in this lesson we're going to learn about the ID selector, and the first exercise is must do today. Okay, so we're going to practice styling elements by ID by selecting the most important thing to do today and making it big and red. Okay, we're given some starter code that shows a to-do list for today, and our job is to pick the task that you think is the most important thing to do and give it the ID of important. Then write a CSS rule that selects that ID important and gives it the color red and font size 20, so it kind of stands out in the list there. So our final result is going to look like this. Okay, you might select a different item, but it's going to be a little larger and red, whichever item you select. Okay, so when we run our code, our to-do list for today is go grocery shopping, play kickball, do math homework, walk the dog, feed the dog. Okay, so maybe you decide grocery shopping is the most important thing. You might need groceries to feed the dog or have energy to walk the dog, but you can choose any item you want. Okay, with IDs, you're going to use the ID attribute and you are going to give your ID a name. Okay, in this case, our ID is important. And to write a rule for the ID, again, it's going to go in that style sheet, but it's not going to start with a period. For IDs, you start with the hashtag symbol. Okay, so hashtag and then the name of your ID. And we want this to be red and to have a font size of 20 pixels. Okay, so our final result will look like this. Okay, again, you might choose a different list item, but this is the idea. Okay, one last thing about IDs. Okay, where classes, you can put multiple tags in one class. With IDs, generally you want to reserve them for one tag. So one special tag that has a unique ID, you give it a special ID, then you write a rule for it with the hashtag symbol. Okay, so the way I like to remember this is every student can only have one ID. So generally these are unique. No other student has the same ID as you. Okay, whereas classes, you can have multiple tags in a class. So classes, multiple tags, IDs, generally just one tag. Okay, any questions about IDs, leave them in a comment below.